Hey, this is Super Saiyan Ryu, and today we're going to be talking about a theoretical battle between Demigra from Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Hit from Dragon Ball Super. Now, what I'm thinking on this battle is, first and foremost, just how powerful are these two characters? When we look at the two characters, we know that Demigra is capable of overpowering the player, and no matter what scenario you wind up in, because there's two scenarios, Demigra is still going to be more powerful than the player. In the first scenario, Demigra fights the player as well as Super Saiyan 3 Goku with God Essence, and Demigra is basically on par with them, and they barely overpower him with a combined Kamehameha. In the second scenario, Demigra fights just the player, and he winds up slightly overpowering the player, and the player needs energy from Goku and the other Z fighters to finish him off. So we know Demigra is more powerful than the player is. Also, since we see Demigra even in his original state, not his transformed state, is capable of one-shotting Super Saiyan 3 Goku with God Essence, as well as the player earlier on. We know that his power, even in his regular state, should be well above Super Saiyan 3 with God Essence and capable of taking on the player even in that form. So Demigra's power is above the player character. Now, how powerful is the player character? Well, basically, the player character's best feat in terms of battles is in one of the parallel quests around the end of the game. The player character is capable of defeating Super Saiyan Blue Goku, as well as Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, all in the same battle. So he's obviously far stronger than either of the Super Saiyan Blues, since even Goku and Vegeta, when they were fighting him at the same time, couldn't defeat the player. So we know that the player is well above Super Saiyan Blue level, and Demigra is above the player's level. So Demigra is at least multiple times as powerful as Super Saiyan Blue. Now, when we look at Hit, we know that Hit, when he started his fight with Goku, he was stated to be approximately as powerful as Super Saiyan Blue Goku. However, by the end of the match, Hit is capable of matching Super Saiyan Blue Goku with Kaioken times 10. So he basically became 10 times as powerful during that match. And also, it should be noted that Hit was not using his techniques that are meant for killing. So Hit is probably even above the Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken times 10 if he's going all out and trying to go for the kill. So in terms of raw power, I mean, Hit is shown to be easily at least 10 times Super Saiyan Blue level, and Demigra has shown to be multiple times. However, how many times, we're not really sure. So in terms of power, I would actually say Hit, by the time he's done his improvement, has probably even done a little bit better than Demigra in terms of showings. However, not so much that he would be able to instantly overpower Demigra, especially considering the fact that Demigra is capable of fighting against even enraged Beerus. And when you look at sound files for the game that weren't used, those sound files actually indicate that Final Form Demigra thinks that he can defeat Beerus. So I would say that in terms of power, in terms of showings, they're pretty close. In terms of statements, Demigra is probably going to inch a little bit further, but then again, you're not sure if he actually could defeat Beerus or not. He simply thinks he can. So, in terms of power, I'd say they're probably in a similar range right now. Now, when we get to abilities, we know that Hit has been around for thousands of years, and he is a very well-known assassin with extremely good assassination techniques. He obviously has his regular key techniques. He learned how to do battle in similar ways to Goku. And also, when we look at Hit, we see that he has his time leap ability, which is an extremely useful move. Finally, Hit's best quality is probably his ability to improve, because if his opponent is able to push him, then Hit can improve to the situation at hand. And this improves not just his regular physical stats, but also his special abilities like his time leap ability. So I would say, in terms of abilities, Hit is certainly a powerful opponent. Now, when you look at Demigra, Demigra's special abilities are actually probably one of the best ever shown in the series. He has things ranging from time and space manipulation to reality warping and things like creating universes. He's capable of surviving through changes in timelines, even entire histories being erased, he can be fine with. Demigra is even capable of doing things like mind controlling and possessing people. He can make himself invisible, he can teleport, he can time travel himself and others, create black holes. He just has a whole bunch of different abilities. A lot of them are extremely potent. Also worth noting is he's stated to control all of time and space. So Demigra's abilities are actually extremely varied and extremely potent in and of themselves. But also, when you look at his time manipulation, that would probably nullify Hit's ability to do a time leap. Even though Hit's capable of stopping Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and even at one point he stops Super Saiyan Blue Goku with Kaioken times 10 by further improving his time leap, since Demigra completely controls time, it's unlikely that Hit's time leap ability would work on him no matter how much he improved it. So that kind of takes away one of Hit's key aspects to his fighting style. Yet Demigra can completely manipulate all these different areas like time, space, the mind, the soul, all these things. So in terms of raw abilities and the amount of abilities, I would say Demigra takes that. And in terms of experience, like I was saying, Hit is thousands of years old, but Demigra is like over 75 million years old because he was put in the crack of time over 75 million years ago. So he's been learning abilities for far longer than Hit. So in terms of experience, he's actually more experienced than Hit as well. So I would say in terms of, abilities, skill, experience, Demigra actually takes it in that area. So when you think about all of this and you think about raw power, skill, ability, experience, that kind of stuff, I would say that Demigra is certainly going to defeat Hit as he is now. Hit's improvement ability may allow him to increase his power beyond Demigra's, but I just don't see that as being a way to defeat Demigra, since Demigra could still easily possess him or control his mind or perhaps even absorb him like he did to Toki Toki. And that would basically make Hit's ability to increase his power irrelevant if he doesn't have a chance to and he gets controlled or absorbed by Demigra. So in the end, I'm going to say if Demigra does not utilize his special abilities well, then Hit might be able to increase his power via improvement and defeat Demigra. However, I seriously doubt that he's going to be able to do that since Demigra's special abilities will allow him to defeat Hit far before Hit's power can increase to overwhelm Demigra's own power. So my opinion is Demigra is the overall winner of this match. Let me know what your guys' opinions are in the comment section below. Who do you think will win and why? Do you agree with me that Demigra wins, or do you think that Hit has a chance against him?